If you want to build a coaching business that actually fuels your dream life, I want to give you a new way of doing that. And with what I'm going to show you in this video, you're not only going to be able to build a business that is profitable, but also you're going to be able to work with what I like to call your soulmate clients. So you're going to be able to actually be fulfilled and work with those people that are truly aligned with your vision. So let's jump in here. This is the new way of building a coaching business in 2025. So what you're going to learn in this video, you're going to learn how to find your niche and build your high ticket offer. You're going to learn how to attract perfectly qualified leads 24/7. And you're going to learn how to sign soulmate high ticket clients and actually deliver a premium experience. And this is going to be perfect for you if you want to gain freedom as a coach in every aspect of your life, financial, location, and time freedom. So this is going to be perfect for you. If you want to intentionally design your coaching business to fuel your dream life, again, this is going to be amazing. And if you actually want a crystal clear system to scale your business as fast as possible without relying on luck or, the gods of the algorithm, this is going to be amazing. And by the end of this video, I promise you, you'll finally get the clarity on who you are as a coach, what niche to serve, and what to focus on to properly scale. So I want to quickly walk you through my journey and how I got here. So I started out as a freelancer in graphic design. I was actually an independent artist as well. So I made music for most of my life. I dropped out of college. I sold thousands of things online. So I've always tried to figure out how to build a successful online business. I then lived in the UK and worked in the Amazon warehouse as well. And that kind of shifted my entire perspective when it comes to, actually valuing this life. It was awful. I'm not going to get into it now. I worked in sales and marketing in a SaaS business, which taught me a lot of things. And then I actually started 3 businesses. I ran an agency, a SaaS business, and an e-com store. I scaled to 6 figures in annual revenue. I started my personal brand in November 2023. I then grew an audience of almost 200,000 people and scaled to 5-figure months in less than 12 months with my coaching business. And this is the thing that I believe in. This is my entire creed. I call it the Unlocked Creator Creed. So I believe in freedom. I believe in scaling fast. And I believe in actually building my dream business. This is my thesis. Whenever it comes to building your online business, you don't want to be a slave to that. You actually want to be able to live life. And this is my entire creed. And if you actually value freedom as well, you're definitely in the right place. So last year, I was in a really chaotic spot. Even though I built an audience, I didn't have a clear offer and I was trying to help everyone. And this was my offer last year. I help entrepreneurs grow their personal brands. It was super vague. I didn't have the clarity. I didn't know what to focus on. And I was actually stuck in this low ticket hell, as I like to call it. I was selling some courses here and there. And I actually started out with a $97 course. From that, I basically learned that with a low ticket offer, you're not going to get people that are actually involved. So again, my purpose with this video is to help you build your high ticket offer so that you can actually get people that want to do the work, because that's so important. Over the last few months, I actually talked to hundreds and hundreds of coaches, and most of them have these 3 issues. They don't know exactly who they want to serve, and they just have a confusing offer, right? So most people, what they do is they're selling a course, a PDF, a one-to-one session, and that only confuses people more, and you're gonna end up basically not selling anything. Most coaches, they struggle with complex funnels that eventually end in little to no conversions. So again, when you have all of these different things going on without a clear destination for the clients, you will end up with little to no conversions. And last but not least, they don't have systems in place to actually scale, and they're all over the place, right? So my kind of solution for that, I designed a simple, scalable 3-phase system that gives you the clarity and allows you to attract and sign the best high ticket clients. And I call this the Unlocked Creator OS. So this is a system made out of 3 simple phases to sign your soulmate high ticket clients without complex funnels or bullshit low ticket PDFs, anything like that to overwhelm you. So three simple phases. It's really simple. We got offer genesis. This is basically the start of everything, making sure your personal brand is in the right place, making sure you know who you are as a coach, who you want to serve, your soulmate clients, and your actual offer statement. And then we have leads engine. This is basically your entire mechanism of bringing soulmate leads in 24/7. And last but not least, we have the client's ascension system. And I'm gonna walk you through everything in this video. The offer genesis, again, we start by defining your soulmate client and building your crystal clear high ticket offer. Leads engine, we build your 24/7 running engine that attracts and nurtures your soulmate leads. And client's ascension, once we bring in those perfect leads, we build your ascension ladder so you can easily turn them into high ticket clients. I'm all about simplicity and clarity. So let's actually explore these. And this is exactly the system that we're using with people in our inner circle. For example, this is Ahib. He's teaching Muslims how to build digital marketing agencies. And we're actually using all of this into his business to scale past 20K per month this year, which is going to be absolutely awesome. Right now, I'm working with all kinds of coaches, and shout out to Paul in here. He's a real estate coach. He's an investor. Again, we're plugging everything into his business as well to scale. We have like leadership coaches, mindset coaches, and the beauty in this model is that it works for any kind of niche. So no matter like how weird you think your niche might be, it doesn't matter, because this model is designed to work for any kind of niche. And it's awesome because it's all about like simplicity and like these three simple systems. That's what we're basically integrating into everyone's business. The first thing is the offer genesis. We work on your unique brand architecture. You want to make sure you know who your soulmate client profile is. And then you want to make sure you actually have the high ticket hero offer down, because this is going to be your value proposition, the high ticket offer that you're going to offer to your soulmate clients. You got to make sure you have your personal brand down, because this is the foundation of your entire coaching business. And your own story is your unique selling point. So in here, you have the market. If you don't tell your story, if you don't showcase the journey that you've been through with the lessons and all of that, you're going to end up competing with the market. And therefore, you're only going to be able to charge the prices that the market charges. But then we have your own lane. So this is where you want to be, right? Because when you tell your story, when you build your personal brand, when you're really vulnerable and transparent with people, that's when you create this blue ocean in which you're alone, right? Because nobody can compete with you. And I said this plenty of times before, but people, they don't buy coaching, they buy coaches. Your best clients, they don't care about like the educational tips and tricks. They care about your unique way of doing things. And the more parts you give, the more you showcase your expertise, like your unique way of doing things in your journey, the more you are in this category where you essentially create, not compete, because this is our entire model. And you are the hero, and you get to create your worlds and actually choose who you work with. Inside of this, like I use this exercise, which I think is going to help you a lot to basically discover your best lessons and the things that you can take and integrate into your coaching business. And I call this the hero's arc chart. Look at yourself as like the hero in all of this. So the hero starts with like a call to an adventure. They might meet a mentor, right? So think about like your journey so far. Think about your life. They might meet a mentor. They are crossing into the unknown. They go to trials, tribulations, failures. They grow, they get new skills. And then at one point in the story, the hero goes through a rebirth, right? They hit that like rock bottom point. And then they go through a revelation phase. The hero changes, they get like new gifts, they go through all of this story, all of this cycle, and then they return changed and the adventure ends. Now you're gonna use this chart to actually get super clear on what your journey has been like so far, and what are the best lessons, what are the mistakes you made, what are the skills you got on the way that you can take to actually build and support your coaching business. Because a lot of people, what they do, they jump into posting content without knowing exactly who they are deep down. So this is my purpose, help you get to know yourself, right? Only you know your story. And at the same time, you're the only one who sometimes, you might have that thought of like, oh my God, my story is not good enough. Like I'm not good enough to coach others. I'm not good enough to do this. But that's the biggest mindset shift. Like you're already like the story that you had so far, the journey, that's already good enough. Now it's on you to actually package this together into your offer. And this is why I'm here, to help you with this. So if I go down, this is my hero coach framework. So when you're building out your personal brands, you want to emphasize relatability, right? So you want your content to be relatable. When you post stuff, you want to make it super easy for people to relate and be like, oh, wait a minute, like I actually, I went through this same exact thing. Then you want to develop some unique and interesting traits. So think about it right now. You can make a list with this. What are your unique and interesting traits? Then you can create a compelling backstory. So just like in a superhero movie, think about Spider-Man, right? Kid from Queens. What is your backstory? How did you end up here right now? And you can even start from all the way like to your childhood. And then you want to make sure you have a consistent character development. So all throughout your content, you want to make sure you show your own transformation. And then this is a cool thing. You want to balance superhuman abilities with human emotions. So obviously in this, you're the coach, right? You're the hero that is ready to help people. But what you want to do with this is to balance out those, I call it like the superhuman abilities, your skills as a coach, your best skills, with the human emotions. Because look, we're human, right? We're all going through stuff, and you want to show that as much as possible, because again, the more vulnerable you are, the more you create that connection with people. And again, people, they buy coaches, they don't buy the coaching. So if they relate to you, if they really understand your story, if they actually see themselves in your journey, that's when you win. And our model is all about working with your soulmate clients only. So you can charge whatever you want for your high ticket hero offer. And if you want to find this, if you want to find your soulmate client, if you want to find your niche, you got to be able to answer these questions. What you do, who you do it for, and why it matters. And you want to also focus on one problem for one specific group of people and only offer one solution. Don't try to offer multiple solutions or focusing on all of these different problems. And most importantly, don't try to help everyone. I always say this, but if you want to help everyone, you're only going to end up helping no one. So you need to niche down and focus on one specific group of people. Now, the way I like to do this is apply this 3-stack method to define the soulmate client profile. So you can use this right now. So no matter what niche you're in, you do the 3-stack. We go what is their profession? What is their job? What is their responsibility? Then their current situation. So this could be income, lifestyle, constraints, pain points, everything that they're going through right now. And then desired outcome. So this is all about their biggest goals. What is their income goals, lifestyle goals, personal growth? So everything. And then you basically define what you do with this. You get super clear on their current situation, then desired outcome. And then you define basically that journey for them. So then you're super clear on what your client is actually going through, because it's super important for you to understand their situation and where they want to be. And I also have these 5 questions to help you find your soulmate client. So 1, what does their life look like before they start looking for you? What are their external problems? What are their internal problems? What are they first looking for when they find you? What is their version of success related to their main problem? So this is going to be super useful if you don't have that clarity yet with your soulmate client. Now, with this, as I mentioned, you define what you do. You define your soulmate client's current situation in here. This is their point A, right? This is where they are right now. And then you define your soulmate client's dream outcome. And then this gap in here, this is covered by your hero offer. So this is how you're going to bridge that gap for them. You're going to want to define their problem, define the promise that you have, and then define your unique process of delivering that hero offer. In terms of positioning and actually delivering your offer, you got to focus on the best possible people for your business. Because if you help, this is an analogy, if you help Lewis Hamilton drive 1 second faster, that is worth millions of dollars for him, right? But if you help Joe drive 1 second faster around the block, that is worth nothing. Or even worse, Joe could actually get a speed ticket. So I say that to say it's all about positioning with how you do your offer. You want to work with the best possible people and actually get them the best results instead of trying to work with people that are not really ready for your entire system, for what you have to offer, because that is only gonna make you more stressed and you're gonna struggle. Focus on the best possible clients for you. This is why we have the soulmate client profile right here. So get super clear on this and stick to them, because you're gonna serve them the best. And when it comes to discovering who can I serve, the best thing is, like, biggest mindset shift that I had was this, like, quote: you're most powerfully positioned to help the person you once were. Who you used to be 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that's probably your soulmate client, with, you know, a couple of changes here and there. And it's all about how you position your offer, because if you want to help everyone, you're not going to make a fortune. Like, the true wealth and the true success isn't that small pool of people that are actually fitting your profile. And when you're done with all of this, defining your soulmate clients, defining the main problem, the desired transformation, you're gonna wanna work on your hero offer statement. So this is like, I help soulmate clients who struggles with main problem achieve desired transformation through signature process and method. We're gonna talk about this in a bit, but this is basically your entire value proposition. This is your hero offer statement. The more clear you are on this, the better, because the selling then becomes effortless, and this is what we're all about in Unlock Creators. The second system in here, the second phase, is the leads engine. So how we approach all of this is basically getting leads with organic short form content on Instagram and on YouTube, then to further educate them with long form, and then driving all of that traffic to a free school community inside of which you, as the coach, you can nurture and actually build connections with people. And this is how it goes. You start off with short form content, you bring the soulmate leads in, you go with like long form education on YouTube. So these can be, you know, in-depth videos in which you provide a lot of value, similar to this one. Then you get those educated leads into your free community on Skool. You go from like a cold audience, people that discover your content, to get them like warmed up with YouTube. And then last but not least, get them like really hot and ready to invest in your program as a coach. This is literally what I'm doing and what everybody that I work with is doing. I start with the Instagram content. I get a lot of traffic from there. I bring people onto YouTube where I have masterclasses and in-depth videos. They watch the videos, and then I bring people onto the free school community in which I'm essentially giving way more value and nurturing them. And then from there, people can actually convert and they're ready to invest. So you can use, this is the leads engine that we're using, because it's so straightforward and it cuts out like all of that. It eliminates all of that like noise with, you know, am I going to sell a PDF? Am I going to sell a session? Am I going to do this, do that? Like, no, just 3 simple things, you know, the short form content, long form education, and then the free community. Because this is going to be your 24/7 running engine that brings in soulmate leads. When it comes to like creating your content as a coach, you're going to want to cover most, if not all, of these content archetypes, as I like to call them. You want to make sure you're making actionable authority content. Now, this is the type of content that makes people go like, oh, wait a minute, I can actually write this down and implement it right now. Then you're going to want to work on reinforcing beliefs type of content. Now, this is content that makes people go, I believe this because they believe this too, so I trust them. And then we have in-field or fly-on-the-wall content. This makes them go, it's so cool to see them in action and get a sneak peek. This could be a day in the life, a session in the gym if you're a fitness coach, anything that really gives them a preview into what it would be like to actually work with you, the coach. And then last but not least, we have storytelling, which obviously makes people go, they got a really great story and I relate to it. And if you combine all of these main content archetypes, this is when you got a winner, and this is when your entire leads engine is the most effective. The third and final system is what I like to call the client ascension. So this is kind of like a ladder, super visual, super easy to understand. And you have your hero offer with multiple levels of access. So it's the same offer, the same big offer statement, but you have multiple levels of access for it. So what do I mean by that? You basically start with the free value, bringing people into the free community, and then ascending people into the paid group coaching community. And then the final tier, the biggest one, is your one-to-one mentorship, because in here, you can actually help people the most, and you can bring that transformation in their life the fastest. And you can combine this with Zoom calls, even with a Telegram or WhatsApp group, And basically, this is your entire client's ascension system. So that's it, super simple. You don't need different like funnels, you don't need anything. You just ascend people with this ladder. A lot of people, what they do is they're trying to sell immediately from Instagram, like sell a one-to-one mentorship, and that could work in some cases. But the thing is, the buffer, like the time is not enough for people to actually build that trust with you. So with our entire model, you not only like build the trust, but you effortlessly ascend people through this ladder, right? So it's like multiple levels of access to you, because the best thing, the number one thing that your clients want is access to you, right? They don't want to be overwhelmed. They don't want another course they could get on Google. They want a clear path to success. And most importantly, they want your unique way of doing things. So what you can do as the hero, you can provide them with 2 adventures. And the only difference is the amount of access to you they will get. So this is like the 2 adventures in here. We have the self-paced adventure, which essentially they have access to group coaching, and that is it. They're in your paid community and they can attend the group calls, obviously have some access to you, but they're not in that one-to-one mentorship. And then we have the fast-paced, which is access to group coaching plus access to you one-on-one inside of the one-to-one mentorship. On Zoom calls, you can do weekly calls, monthly calls, and this is essentially breaking it down in a really simple way for you to understand what paths you can offer as the coach. Our entire model here is all about positioning your offer like a supercar and actually creating demand, because true value is scarce. If you behave like the market, you'll get the market rate. And this is what we're doing to basically create scarcity, like create demands for your offer. We build what we like to call the scarcity stack. So we can do introduction events. These could be like workshops to introduce people to your way of working, to your program. We can do wait lists, which is basically getting people in a list and like even before launching an offer, getting people hyped about that. We can do limited spots, right? So we can only do like 10 people in our group if we want to. And we can even do hot seats, which is a really cool way of basically you do in-house, like in your inner circle, you can do workshops, masterclasses, and then you open up like some spots for the public so people can get that like fly on the wall type of feeling, right? And you use the scarcity stack to essentially drive demand and create that feeling of scarcity. The way you can stand out and truly become the hero coach, the unlock creator in your market is this. You create your signature method or your unique mechanism. Your unique mechanism is your own unique predictable system that guarantees results, because your clients are going to pay premium for unique methods, not generic solutions. Blair Enns said this, and it's amazing. Low variability in process equals low variability in outcome. The more predictable your unique process is in terms of actually delivering results, then the safer it's going to look like in the eyes of your clients. So this is why I'm using the 3-phase system, and this again works on any kind of niche because it's super simple. I just walked you through these phases right now: offer genesis, leads engine, and clients ascension. So it doesn't get complicated. It's super clear, and it's a unique mechanism. It's a unique process because ultimately people, again, they want your unique perspective on things. This is why they're paying for coaching in the first place. And here's how you build it. You identify the transformation that you deliver. You break it down into steps. You can do the 3 phases system. You give each step a unique name, and then you highlight your unique angle. And that is actually how you build what I like to call a private jet experience. From the minute they join with the onboarding, with the entire journey, when they're getting results, everything needs to feel like a private jet experience. Like they got the champagne, they got the view, they got the comfort, they got everything they need to actually get results. And the way again to build this is by working on your unique mechanism, because this is our entire thesis as Unlock creators. The whole thing with being unlocked is like removing all of the limitations and actually creating your own lane. And your unique mechanism is all about that. And obviously, when you can provide a private jet experience to people, then you can charge whatever you want for your offer and people will actually get in. And now that you know all of this, you're ready to become an Unlock creator. So I want to invite you to join us. And we're doing things differently in Unlock Creators. This is our unlocked mastery model that we're using. I don't know about you, but I hate generic courses and PDF guides because 90% of communities throw so many courses at people, very few actually complete them. So we're not about random courses thrown up in the air and overwhelming you. And most people, the reality is they never see results because they get overwhelmed with so much training material. They don't even know where to start. They skip steps and consume the content in a chaotic way, and they just don't know what to focus on. And in the end, they just stop. And Robert Greene said it the best. The time that leads to mastery is dependent on the intensity of our focus. So this is my mission with Unlock Creators. And with the Unlock Mastery model that I'm going to show you in a sec, I want you guys to be able to actually focus and implement everything, implement the systems. So inside Unlock Creators, you will not find courses, you will find levels, just like in a video game. And each level has systems and strategies that you can instantly implement. How we're working with this, you'll only get access to the next level once you've completed the previous one. And everybody starts at level 1, just like in a video game. You have practical exercises and systems that you'll be able to plug and play into your business. And once you're done with that, you can move up to the next level. And by the end, you're gonna be able to collect these cool badges right here. And the outcome is actual speed, results, and tons of fun. Because we want like building your coaching business to feel fun, not like a chore, right? And if this sounds cool, here's the timeline that we will follow. So we're gonna use the 3-phase system. Obviously, we have the 3 phases, and over the next 52 weeks, we will go through these phases. Phase 1 is all about offer genesis and your roadmap. So we're gonna work on your hero offer structure and offer pitch. We're gonna work on your custom unlocked growth roadmap for the next 16 weeks. We're gonna work on phase 2 then, like weeks 2 and 16 is all about like growing and actually signing clients. You'll be able to go through all of the levels, implement everything, get access to our entire library of masterclasses, resources, talk to the other coaches, and I will guide you to actually get results and sign clients as fast as possible. And phase 3, starting from the week 16th, this is all about actually scaling, taking it to the next level, customizing everything for you, tailoring all of the systems to make sure it works. We're going to do some really cool stuff like building complex automation systems, even custom AI agents, which is going to be absolutely crazy this year. Like the stuff that's happening with AI, we're on top of it. And this will basically work for you 24/7 because we're all about building an entire ecosystem for you rather than you having to struggle every day to sign clients. And we're also going to make sure you're making the progress you need and give you the most important thing that you could have as a coach, which is the clarity to know exactly what to focus on in your business. So you eliminate all of the stress, all of that guesswork. Because after all, we're unlocked creators. And our community is going to be capped at 50 members, but here's how you can join us right now. So step number 1, you commit and you bet on yourself and you go all in for 1 year. And this is going to be an investment, but let's take a look at what Hormozi said because I think it's so good. So he said the people who aren't willing to pay for education don't realize that they pay for it either way, right? They either pay in money or they pay in time, and they usually pay with the one they value least. So the last thing I want for you is to go through like 2, 3, 4 years of pain and struggle and stress trying to like figure it out by yourself and just completely burn yourself out. So if you're ready to actually bet on yourself, you can make this investment. Step 2, if you're ready, join our free school right now. You're going to have the link down in the description. Step 3, DM me on school and let me know you're ready. And from there, we can get you enrolled into our inner circle. Join our school. The link is down in the description. If you're already there, DM me, let me know you're ready, and we're going to get you in.